First trade of the day, please. BP. I'd like to buy 200.
556 at 105.75.
780 sold at 781 Tula Oil, yeah?
That's it,
I'd
mate.
like to sell 80 shares, please.
It's on.
Oh, I've just been whacked in one of my shorts.
This is a trading room like no other, because no one here has ever worked in the city before.
900 quid, like that.
These 8 men and women have been given $1 million and 2 months to run their own hedge fund and invest in the stock market as they see fit.
This is one of those experiences that money can't buy. Go on, Lockheed Martin.
It's a radical idea created by one of the UK's leading hedge fund managers, Лекс Ван Дам.
I'm taking a huge risk here, and if they don't care enough, then I'll make sure they care.
If the novices play the game well, they could each walk away with a hefty bonus. If they fail, they'll leave with nothing.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare.
Can they become successful city traders? Or will the pressure of trading the worst economic crisis in a generation push them over the edge?
I mean, do you feel like you just had enough?
The last time I had trauma like this was getting divorced.
Think about what you're saying. It's unbelievable.
It's the reconfirmation that it might be something I can't do.
"7 a.m. Morning meeting. The novices are now 3 weeks into their 2 months of trading, and they're struggling to cope with a problem none of them could have foreseen: the developing credit crisis.
A hell of a lot's happened overnight. Don't just let's plough through every trivial commodity move unless it really matters.
It's causing havoc on the world's stock markets.
VIX up 10%.
It was 10%,
10%,
which is a
is it?
huge rise.
Asia fell, so, stagflation continues.
Well, these are cataclysmic swings, which explains, of course, why it's so difficult for us to get this trading business right.
As a result, the novices have only managed to invest a paltry 40,000 of the £200,000 that investor Lex has so far released to them.
If the mortgages have been deferred, the credit cards, what's next? Store cards?
thinking.
What other forms of credit are going
Good
to be affected
thinking.
as you go up the hierarchy?
Very good thinking.
And after an ill-advised decision to invest in the banking sector, last week they lost £5,000.
Let's go make some money.
Let's not lose some money.
One trader who lost a lot of cash was Simon, a recently retired IT engineer.
Several of us had positions in banks based on expectation, perhaps not much more sophisticated than because banks have gone up a hell of a lot recently, it's time they went down.
If it had paid off, if it had gone in the right direction, then we would all have been laughing, but it happened to go in the wrong direction.
As long as we learn a lesson from it, some of us have lost a considerable amount of money, but, you have a good day, you can make it back. I've got confidence. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Caroline, a single mother of 4-year-old twins, has emerged as an early front runner. Her calm trading instincts meant she kept well away from trouble.
And thankfully I wasn't in banks. Having watched the volatility of them in this marketplace, I thought with a lot of the rest of the team in banking that I would stay away from it and stay with just keeping an eye on the portfolio that I'm building for myself, which at the moment doesn't include any financial stocks.
Last week, the novices were given £25,000 each to play with, but they've already lost 10% of their invested capital. If it continues, the investor Лекс Ван Дам faces losses of well over £50,000. A prospect that prompts a rare visit.
Morning.
In this environment, Lex won't tolerate failure. As the boss, he ultimately has the power to reprimand or even sack any of his traders.
Some of you might have felt like you can't do the job or it is impossible, but maybe nobody has been able to do the job and maybe it has been impossible. You know, a lot of trading has to do with being able to tolerate pain.
In my case, it's been almost continuous. It's just drip, 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 drip. More pain today, more pain yesterday, which I'm sure is affecting my morale, and therefore my ability to make decent decisions the next day.
Do you feel like if you cut, once you've cut, the pain is gone?
Don't you feel better?
No.
No.
Personally, I don't.
I do. I definitely feel better when I've cut it.
These stocks have no memory.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care. You don't want to make it personal. You know, the stocks are there to make money.
Well, I had a great day when I know everybody else was having a really shit day.
So how did it make you feel?
It made me feel great inside that, you know, I was, you know, I guess going in the opposite. No, because I felt terrible that everybody else was, you know, doom and gloom.
But it did not give you a little bit of joy?
Yeah, inside
to see
it
other
did.
people suffer?
Yeah.
And you like
no,
sitting
not to
there?
see other people suffer.
No?
Because I don't want the rest of the team to suffer.
I think, like, as a group, there could have been a lot worse. We could have been sitting here and, you know, on a significant loss that we could not make up. So that's why everybody is going to get 50k. So everybody's capital is going to be doubled. You're smiling.
I don't mind only having 25 grand. I can stay with my 25.
Yeah, but it's not your decision.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's not your decision. What it will allow you to do is to make up for your losses quite quickly. And if I have belief in you guys, maybe you should have belief in yourself as well. So let's go make some money.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lex is busy running his own hedge fund, so he's handed the day-to-day management of the team to 29-year-old ex-city trader, Anton Creel.
It's clearly extremely difficult to make money in this environment. You've got huge blue-chip companies in the FTSE moving 10, 20% almost every day, and that's unprecedented. But it's kind of like no excuse, you know, we want to make money. It's just more difficult to make money.
8 a.m.
Up, and we're up.
and markets have opened.
I'm looking at Admiral. Can I get a price on Domino's again, please? DOM.
A hedge fund is an investment body designed to make money whether the markets go up or down.
190 shares.
And with the credit crisis sending markets in every direction, the capability of this particular hedge fund will be tested to the limit. So with £50,000 each to play with, they will all need to generate lots of solid investment ideas. IT engineer Simon is using his gut instinct.
Okay, 1,000 you buy at 670.
Buy 1,000 Cadbury's 617. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
I've got good charts on Cadbury's.
This looks good, you know, I feel... And hell, it's a comfort stock, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if you thought the whole world was going to end in half an hour, what would you do? You'd reach for a Mars bar or a bar of chocolate, you know?
Absolutely. I think I would.
Not that I hope it isn't. Just in case, I think I'd better get some in stock.
For retired Army Major Mike, the best ideas are simply the ones that make money.
I suppose it's become the intellectual thrill of the game, to be honest. I just like the way you're judged, actually. You know, it's not about personality so much, it's about your profit and loss. You know, you're either up or you're down. You're either making or you're losing, and that's quite a thrill.
Mike's chosen to build his portfolio around arms manufacturers.
Okay, you buy 1,767 at 453. Done.
Cheers. Bye.
But his enthusiasm for military investments isn't shared by Sam, a committed environmentalist who only wants to trade in ethical stocks.
My experience here, I originally thought that it would soften my views on the city and the people that worked in it. It's actually done exactly the opposite. It really troubles me, personally, that money can be made from things which some people deem to be unethical. And I have a real issue with that. It's the kind of clean profit-taking with absolutely no regard for who the end user of these weapons are that I find really troubling.
Their ability to sell to a particular nasty dictator is governed by the UK, and they need an export licence in which to do so. So it's sanctioned by the British government, the government that you elect.
Law and morality are two separate things. If it's legal, the morality is irrelevant. Is that what you're saying?
Sam, it's a bad world. We know it's a bad world.
But
so why should we let profit, you know, just hold our hands up and say, actually, that's, you know, that's a questionable dictator? You know, because one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, and it all depends on your point of view.
It's like saying, if I'm not going to do it, someone else will, so I might as well do it. What the context that we're living in is one in which, as you yourself say, global warming. It's a massive issue.
Guys, would it be possible to defer this debate? It's just not quite the right time.
Of course.
Thank you.
Sorry, Simon.
No, it's all right, fine.
Unfortunately, I find that kind of debate much more interesting than watching tickets.
Me too.
It's extremely interesting.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm playing devil's
No,
advocate.
I know, absolutely.
People buy weapons. Yeah, it's countries buy weapons. As long as you're acting within the law, I don't see any difficulty in investing with them. It's, you know, it's a hard fact of life. You know, if I don't, somebody else will.